Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to install the Tusk Zipperless Upper Doors on your Kawasaki KRX4 1000. Now with these being a magnetic closure system, it makes it easy to get in and out of the cab. You don't have zippers that are going to get stuck. They're going to mount up to your stock or even an aftermarket door, and you've got these snaps all the way across the bottom that are going to stay on there. Now you have two options when you go to order this. So you're going to want to type in your year, make, and model on our website and then select whether you want the thread-in snaps or the stick-on type. We'll show you how to install both types later on. And with that being said, these are made to run with other accessories. So you can see we have mirrors, a windshield, roof, and rear window on our machine. It's going to help enclose your cab. It can keep you warmer on those cooler days. And if things heat up throughout the day, you can simply roll these up. They come off in a couple minutes, and the kit actually comes with a storage bag that mounts inside your machine so you can bring these with you wherever you go. So with that being said, these are pretty simple install. Let's go ahead and get started. To start out, we've laid out all of the hardware in order. So we have our P-clamps, the bulb seal, two pieces of that, our nuts and bolts. We've got the two styles of snaps here. Now with this stick-on style, to make sure it stays in place, we have some adhesive promoter. You've got footman loops and some magnets. Now at the machine, first thing you're going to want to do is remove or loosen up any accessories that might get in the way. So if you have things like windshields, a roof, or a rear window, you definitely want to loosen those up. Next, we're going to take 15 of the P-clamps and install them onto the roll cage. Now this flat side, that's going to be facing the outside of the machine. And we're going to start just below our mirror on the A-pillar. And I'm going to pinch that tight. Then we've got one more clamp. It's going to sit about right here. But we'll let that drop down. And then you want to install 3 of these across the top right here. And if you have a roof like us, there's going to be a foam tape gasket. So you just want to take that flat part, you're going to sneak it under that foam tape and around. And since we have the foam tape gasket, we need to make sure we get the clamps pretty close to the right spot the first try. So I'm just going to set this filler panel in place where it should be going, or pretty dang close to where it should be. So we're going to be right about there. So you want to make sure these holes are in line with your P-clamps. I'm just making some dots with a Sharpie. Next, we have 4 P-clamps going up the B pillar. So we're going to start with this one facing the back of the machine. Next one's going to go right above that, and it's going to face towards the front of the machine. And we've got one going towards the back of the machine again. It's going to be about halfway up. And then right at the top, towards the front of the machine. Now for the back door, across the top, it's going to be the same thing, setting the filler panel in place. Just want to center that up pretty close to where it's going to be. And I'm going to mark the mounting locations so I get those 3 clamps in the right spot. Now for the C pillar, you've got one down low, in the middle, and up high just above that upper mounting clamp for the rear window if you have one installed. Now we're going to set the front filler panel in place. And from here, we can put some hardware through each mounting location. So we're going to be using the M6 by 16mm button head bolts. Put a washer on there, go through the filler panel, and then for the clamp, you might have to pinch it tighter to go through both of those holes. Then you've got the nylock nut on the inside. And all of this hardware is going to be left loose until a later step. Now sometimes these nuts are hard to get started with the P-clamp bending around the way that it does. So if this happens, you can back the bolt out just a little bit. That's going to let the nut sit down in the pocket, and then I use a wrench to help start the bolt into the nut. All right guys, so you can see that our mirror mount, it was getting in the way of the filler panel. So I loosened those mounts up, and that way we have enough room to get this correctly installed. So if you run into that, that's all you need to do. Now for the B pillar, we've got the filler panel with the cutout facing the front of the machine. And I'm gonna start with the middle mounting location just because the magnets are gonna try to suck to that B pillar. So you might have to fight it just a little bit. Now for the rear door filler panels, that back corner is going to have the cutout that looks just like that. The magnets are facing in. So we've got these on the correct side. I'm going to set them in place and install the hardware. And once you have all the hardware installed, you can go back through and make adjustments to the filler panels and make sure everything lines up good. Once you have your filler panels pretty close to where you want them, you want to install the bulb seal. So with this, it's going to be one continuous piece all the way across the top. And if you need a tighter fit at any point onto the filler panel, you can pinch this together and it's going to hold on there tighter. And then you can also use some side cutters if you have extra length. And you can use a soft face mallet or dead blow hammer to help tap this into place. And we're just making sure that seal itself is against the roll cage. We'll just start at the bottom and work our way all the way up and across the top. Now that we're to the back, we're going to go down the side. The next step is to install your footman loops on your rear doors. Now you can see we've already had these installed once, but we're going to show you how to do this anyway. So you want to take the templates in your instructions. You're going to have 2 templates per door. And once you have these cut out, just make sure they are to scale. So line the footman loop with your drill marks. This one is looking good. So now you just have to line this up with the end of the door. And there's a crease on the top of the door where this plastic ends. With that lined up, tape it in place and use a 1/4 inch drill bit to drill out your marks. And then for the left side passenger side rear door, we're going to line this up in the same way, tape it up, and then again 1/4 inch drill bit, drill out your marks. All right, next we're going to use a number 3 Phillips. We've got 3 screws in this door panel we're going to remove. Pay attention to where that collar is as well. And I've got some trim clips in each end of the door on top. So you're not going to be able to see this one on the inside, but it's the same thing. Then on this outer door panel, you're just going to press up on it. It's going to pop it free. Now it's not going to come all the way off. It's still held on the bottom, but it's going to give us enough room to get those footman loops installed. So with the footman loop, we have both of the screws that came with it. I'm going to put those through the door panel. Then install the nuts on the back side. We're going to use a number 2 Phillips and 10mm wrench to snug those up. With those tightened down, we can press the door panel back into place, reinstall the 3 screws and the 2 trim clips on the side. The next step is to install the zipperless upper doors. I'm going to start out with the hook and loop straps in the front. Just need to feed those through the slots, strap them down. And then for us, we do have the mirror. So the door itself does have this Velcro strap or hook and loop strap in the front. Then all we need to do from here is let the magnets in the door line up with the magnets in the filler panel. And at the bottom, this material should be on the outside of the machine. And all we want to do is adjust the filler panel so the door has the best fitment. And again, you do have a little bit of adjustability front and back, and you can roll it in and out where you want it. And again, just make sure that the magnets line up really well all the way around the door. Now for the rear door, we've got the Tusk logo that's going to be towards the back of the machine, and just on the inside towards the bottom, we've got the hook and loop straps that are going to strap onto those footman loops we previously installed. So I'm going to start out with that. I'm going to shut the door. We're going to let this attach to the magnets just like the front door. And then again, we're going to make adjustments to the filler panel. And then once you've adjusted everything where you want it, you can go back through and tighten down the hardware holding the filler panels on. And to do that, we're using our 4mm Allen and 10mm combo wrench. The next step is your snaps. Now again, you have the stick-on kind and the threaded kind. We're going to show you how to do the thread ends first. Usually you want to start in the middle of the door and work your way out and make sure everything's tight. But with this, near the front of our door here, we're right by an edge. So I want to make sure that this snap is going to be going into the body panel. If you have the door just a little bit off, you might not be going into anything. So be aware of that. And again, we're going to start right there. There's a couple different ways to mark this. I like to use a little bit of grease on the back of the snap and just press down and then drill right through the middle. But some people are going to use masking tape or something like that, and you can just press on that, make an impression, and then make your mark from there. And when you're doing this, just make sure all the slack is pulled out of the door. You don't need to be yanking down on it, but you want it to be somewhat tight, just so it looks good and you can see out of it. So I've got my mark. These are self-tappers, so they just drill right in. Stop as soon as it hits the panel. There we go. Clip that down and move on to the next one. Now for the next one, I'm going to show you how to do the adhesive style snap. So all I'm going to do is clip this in place, and then underneath here where that's going to go, we need to make sure there's no oily residue. So I'm going to use some rubbing alcohol on a rag and wipe that off. After that, we're going to remove the backing. And your kit should come with adhesive promoter. So this is the key to get a good stick with this snap. So what you want to do is squeeze the middle of this. You're actually breaking the tube inside. You can see that stuff just soaked to the end. Then you're going to put a little bit of that on the snap. That thing is going to glue on there tight. So again, make sure you have everything in the right spot. Making sure we're centered up, we're looking good. That's right where I want it, so sticking it down. Then from here, we need to do those same steps for the remaining snaps all the way through that back door. So for these back two mounting locations, we're going to be installing magnets, and they're going to stick on. So again, we're using rubbing alcohol. Clean that area off. Make sure there's no oily residue. Then we can take our magnets, set them in place. Just be careful not to pinch your fingers or do that. Then you're going to wipe the back of these off as well with that rubbing alcohol. And then we have the double-sided adhesive pads. Stick those on. Then we'll remove the backings one by one and stick them in place. So with this side finished up, we're going to go back through on that other side. So the driver's side, we're going to do all of those same steps from start to finish. Once you have your doors installed, don't forget to go back through and tighten down any accessories that you either removed or just loosened up. That's how you install the Tusk Zipperless Upper Doors on your Kawasaki KRX4 1000. If you need these, you can click the link in the description below. That's going to take you over to our website. We offer free shipping on orders over $75. And if you have any questions on the install process, leave those down in the comments. If you want to see more helpful content like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.